Today we're going to be making a laser musket from Fallout 4.
Here's all the stuff you're going to need. Read through it. First thing you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of foam core, trace out and cut out a wooden stock I used off of a rubber band gun, virtually the same thing that my brother owned. And then I started cutting this out with a razor pen, which kind of broke throughout that. There's that cutout. And that's all you need, a foam core.
Chug, 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 chug.
Alright, that's good.
Okay.
And there's the parts over there. Say hi, Taryn.
What? No.
Taryn.
No.
Taryn?
No.
Yes.
I have chalk.
There's two, like, 3.5 inch by however long the foam mat is. It took, like, I don't know, that's like 6 inches off the back of the gun.
Alright, so then you're going to take these end pieces, you're going to glue them in there. One of them goes up to the very end, the other is indented like an inch. But I'll show you how that's done here in a minute. So then you're just going to mark them, glue them, put squares on the top like I did inside the body for support. That just helps it maintain its shape. So yeah. Then you're going to glue the top on after that. And I don't know why I still have footage of me messing around with all these pieces. Here we go. We're starting to apply glue here at the seams where we're going to put those squares in. You're just going to pretty much glue all this in all at once. So yeah. Just apply glue to all your pieces in places that you need them. And set them around to dry. Right over there. I have nothing really to say to you all about that. Oh, actually on both sides it's indented about an inch. You'll see why later in the tutorial. Oh, this is actually when the glue is dry and I'm putting this thing together. Oh, that's lovely. You're going to be pretty much putting it down like that. All the squares go in. It's kind of lovely. Lovely squares. I don't know. This is just the body of the gun. I'm supposed to be saying something here, aren't I? Just like put this thing together. And it's your body. I used contact cement for all my gluing and all my seams and whatnot.
It's starting to look like a musket. That Sprite bottle's going to be used for the front later.
Alright, so then you're going to cut out the back of the stock. We're going to round this later.
Oh, that's what it looks like with the thing on it. And these two. So yeah.
Okay, it's gone.
Alright, so this is some thin EVA foam. We're going to use a piece of this for something you'll see in a moment here. So just like...
Yeah, that's going to go around the front of the gun. And it's that little indent that's there. And then you're just going to glue that on.
Oh yeah, and then I put the thing on. Yeah. And we'll probably work on that next. At the front.
Alright, so now you're going to take that little stock area, you're just going to rotary tool the edges down so that they're nice and smooth like it would be on an actual wooden stock, and it makes it look really nice. Also be sure to wear respirators while doing this, because as you can see my hand is getting coated in foam dust, and that stuff is not fun to breathe in.
Probably use just regular scissors, but where's shears? Take a soldering iron, press some holes. Yeah, that's where we'll screw it on. Just glue the thing together and yeah. Record like from right here so you can see what I'm doing. I traced this piece of PVC pipe on with a Sharpie, and so now I'm gonna just like kind of cut that out.
It's kind of a lot of background noise, don't you think? For Life is now sponsored.
Okay, there's a phone. Oh, never mind. I got that phone.
Oh, no,
So, yeah,
I have replaced.
and then later we're gonna glue that in there. And then I have this old part.
I am his 7th recorder.
So this is the back of an old Black & Decker hedge trimmer thing.
Should we take E600? 600. Slide it.
You slide on there.
Oscar, get out of the shot.
Alright.
You're in the way, so I just let you know. No, I'll make one.
Alright.
Just give me a second.
So then you're going to cut a hole for the shaft of the motor to go in. This is not a moving part, so we're just going to go ahead and glue it on there.
Have a s'more fest with all these random people.
S'mores are back. How was it?
Now, rotary tool these edges on all 4 sides.
Alright, so now here's where we're going to go over like the detailed parts of the gun. It just kind of looks like that. So
Little strip of this old wood dowel thing about as long as the stock. You know, like this is the front part. I got really lazy on it, so just like detail this shit with craft foam and PVC pipe, and you can probably do a way better job than I did.
and you're going to Plasti dip it to give it a base coat. And then that's a 2-liter bottle part that we're going to be using for that motor area. And so here's where I actually heat formed some foam that's going to go around this to give it a little bit of a look. I cut out a foam circle that's the same.
I
Yeah.
glue it on right now, but I assembled it. This little foam circle in the back, I cut for support on the motor thingy part. And so now we're going to glue it on in 2 different places. We're going to glue it underneath here and on top of here. Ooh, that's what it looks like. I use screws to like kind of correct the foam circle since it's not glued in there. 2 strands of like these things that go on the edge of the EVA foam thing that normally everybody throws away, but I save. You know, and then you're gonna cup them together like this, and then it's gonna go over the back of that. Except I'm cutting it down to size so that it fits within this ring here. That's the part, and it's literally held together with Gorilla Tape because I'm lazy right now. So then it fits over the screws, and I'll probably glue that in once I get the back finished up. Alright, so this is just a pipe bearing put on like a broken sharp, like razor pen thing with Gorilla Tape on it. Then I'm gonna E6000 that on. Alright, we're gonna take E6000, put it on the outside of this bearing.
I don't know what to say here. Just like kind of glue it on, you know? Not much to be said. It was a little bit flimsy in places, so I ended up reinforcing it, which I'm pretty sure I'll show here in a second with duct tape. And yeah, I did that on both sides. You could probably find a better way to do this, but I was really short on time when I had to make this prop. So yeah, you can kind of see in there, and it's starting to look like something. Hooray!
Alright, I just kind of
Waiting for you to stop me, man.
drew this on there. The hot knife's not on, it's just I literally broke another one of these. So I traced that on there, straight edged it. And so now we're gonna cut this guy out.
Yeah, you're gonna like make those edges nice with a rotary tool. You could probably do it way better if you just cut it out nice, but I really didn't.
Then we'll drill a hole the size of that and glue it on there.
Ding.
Alright, so I put the E6000 on that freaking broken X-Acto knife blade I just broke. So that's the thing. Plus I'm gonna add a little tape on the end of it just to make it, no, I don't know, actually, just gonna add some tape to it. For good measure, you know? And we'll take our super glue, gonna put it about right here.
No, I
This is
can't
on
see.
tape, by the way. Just literally take this. Fantastic. Fantastic. Put painter's tape on parts you don't want plasti dipped, i.e. the place with the motor coil and the handle if you really wanted to. That's the entire thing coated in plasti dip, ready to seal. Normally you would seriously want to do 2 coats. Like I left that undipped because I'm gonna wrap that in like masking tape to mimic the prop. But you know I'm really short on time, so I'm not gonna do it the proper way. Thing that was duct taped and painfully just screwed on. I literally just reached in with that and tightened it and drilled holes in this piece of wood.
I put a thing of Krylon and I hand painted the stock and spray painted the nozzle.
A semi-painted base coat thing. The paint's not dry, but yeah. One layer of paint all around. Woo. It's brassy. So far we put the second paint of gold brass on that and the first coat on this kind of thing. That's pretty much done. We're gonna do some weathering. That'll be the final touch, and that's all we can do for that for now. So for now, I'm gonna cover up. We're gonna paint that gray. Or actually, hand me the not silver paint. Not silver. Duct tape that to the front of it, because that's how it's actually done on the gun, and it's not just me being lazy. Yeah, I added wire in a few random places, just with E6000 and a couple of screws just to keep it in place. That's tied off, that's taped, and now we'll do weathering here pretty soon. I had this old scope that I got at like a county fair Nerf gun. I drew a makeshift like scope through it. Now we're gonna attach it about right here on like a foam pillar. You'll see. Let's suck around with E6000 and Gorilla Tape. I know it's sketchy, but what can you do?
You're just gonna weather it. I used a 2-part mixture of black acrylic paint and brown acrylic paint, mixed those up, and I added a little bit of water so that you could spread it on with a wet paper towel or washcloth. Here it doesn't really show, but I took a little bit of water out of the mixture, and so it was more obvious.
We're gonna put duct tape over that.
Okay. Oh, my shoe.
I'm so sorry. Shut up.
No, other.
That's what it looks like when you're done. Congratulations, you've built a laser rifle.
Moist lube.